So I've mentioned the man now a few times on this channel within videos and also at title level now. So I was like, maybe I should do the impact of this person in my life. So this is the impact of Dave Reichert in my life as a sheriff versus as a U.S.A. House of Reps member. So today is Monday, 29 September 2025, and here I, Tanis Coralee of Seattle, share my perspective on the impact of Dave Reichert in my life when he was the sheriff of the county I grew up in when I was growing up, sheriff of King County, 1997 to 2005, versus when he was a member of the U.S.A. House of Representatives for a congressional district I did not live in, 2005 to 2019. I voted for Dave Reichert for governor of Washington State in the 2024 general election. Yes, so for some clarification there, I was living in the greater Seattle area as early as 1992, be it in the womb or outside the womb. And so 1997 was a few years into my life. So that's of all of King County, and then the congressional district, is the 8th congressional district thing for the U.S.A., United States of America, House of Representatives. It includes like Eastern King County. So, and I lived in, at the time, I specified Western King County. So it was, I could not, for either of those positions, sheriff or U.S.A. House of Representative member, I could not actually vote for him. So I got to vote for him when he was on the ballot running for governor last year, which was pretty cool. Because growing up, so I guess that kind of spoils gives away that for the House of Representatives part, I could not vote for him and I was not in his jurisdiction. So in that sense of like direct impact was not quite directly relevant because I was in a different congressional district. However, before that, he was very impactful when he was sheriff of King County. So I grew up in the time of a serial killer, the Green River Killer, who was apprehended as Gary Ridgway, whether was or was not the guy. Okay. And Dave Reichert was police officer, police detective who caught the guy. And so he was somebody who was in the papers and was covered at the time. And since I was growing up, and he was sheriff of King County was the official position. And I'm just like, I'm struggling. I was little, so I was single digits old. And I'm like, so is that a police officer? Is that a police detective? All right, sheriff. Okay, sheriff. He's the biggest deal of that hierarchy in King County. But he kind of, I'd say there's like having a father, and then there's having a father figure, and having like, sometimes like a person can kind of take on meaning in a person's life of like being a father figure. And Dave Reichert was actually that for me, because I was like, we'd get all these safety and security things because I'm Tanis, she, her, hers of Seattle. So like the she, her, hers and the Green River Killer was after young women and stuff like that, which I was growing into. So there's like, as I'm growing older, there's more and more fear about entering into the age range of his victims, because he hadn't been caught yet and was still actively killing. And so there was in navigating like all of the advice I got from parents and teachers and systems and stuff like that about like what to do in certain situations. It was like, what do I do just in life? But like not like, because that's like if you're interacting with a person. so it was the coverage of Dave Reichert and like how he conducted himself and stuff like that. And I was like, you dude, you're my father figure. I get life guidance from him without interacting with him. So he was a public figure that he took on quite a substantial value / impact in my life, in large part because of this serial killer and the lands of my Duwamish ancestors. And that's my mother's side, my Native American ancestry. So I consider myself very fortunate, very lucky, Duwamish type luck, unique to the people of Duwamish ancestral origins. Lucky that I had somebody who cared about us and me and out there protecting and trying to catch the guy. when I was growing up, and that he did like he accept being a public figure, to have a good one. So that was, I even recognized it at the time. You know, sometimes like something is good and then it passes, and then I recognize after the fact that it was good. He was one that I recognized at the time was good. So that's the impact of Dave Reichert in my life as a sheriff versus a U.S.A. House of Reps member.